to just be here now is just really surreal. Our names are Mike and Heather. We're traveling the US in our van Appa on a mission to visit all 50 states. Subscribe and join us as we try to figure out this whole van life thing. As always, thanks for watching.
Heather is not letting me look over to the Grand Canyon until we get to the viewpoint, but I think you can kind of see it over here in this general direction. Tell me if we're coming to stairs or anything. This feels really dangerous. Walking near a cliff, not looking where I'm going.
I'm directing you.
Okay.
Okay, you can look.
Whoa. I've seen pictures of it, we've watched documentaries on it, but I don't think I expected just how enormous and like deep the canyon is.
How grand.
Yeah. That's just crazy.
We are currently on a Route 66 road trip. Started all the way in Chicago and are making our way to Los Angeles. Now, the Grand Canyon isn't exactly on Route 66, but it's just above it, so we couldn't pass up that opportunity to stop in and see the Grand Canyon.
Before we went over to the visitor center, which opens at 8, we decided to walk over to Mather Viewpoint, I think is what this location is, for my first view of the Grand Canyon, and it was really amazing. Really excited to be here. I think this is going to be an awesome visit. From here, we're going to head over to the visitor center, which should have opened up, and we'll see where we go from there.
I've actually been to the Grand Canyon before. My dad took my brother and myself when we were little, and even that reveal to me was still amazing. It's just as awesome the second time around. The first thing on our agenda while we're here in the visitor center is to get our passport book stamped. So our second stamp and our brand new passport is going to be at the Grand Canyon.
The first thing we're going to do is take the shuttle tour around the park that takes you along a road that you can't drive your normal car on. You have to take the shuttle, and it has a lot of really cool viewpoints. So that's going to be what we do first. They recommend doing that in the morning.
We hopped on the shuttle and are at our first stop. This is the Bright Angel Trail Overlook, which is something that is absolutely on Mike and I's bucket list. Now, we didn't realize that you have to book a year ahead of time, so we fell flat on that one, but that just means that we have to come back, but you can kind of see the trail weaving in and out. And honestly, I'm just a little out of breath going up these stairs, so I can't imagine doing that today. We are here. The next stop is Mariposa.
So we are at stop number 2 on the Hermit's Rest route, which is that red shuttle line through the Grand Canyon. And this is Mariposa Point. We get another really great overlook, and we're excited to see it. There's a little bit of a trail that we're walking down to get to it, but it's really pleasant. The shuttle takes you, I think, just far enough down that you kind of get a new view. So we're about 0.7 miles down from that Bright Angel Trailhead viewpoint. There is actually the rim trail, which you can walk starting over at the visitor center all the way around, and of course catch one of the shuttles back. But I think it's great that you get to see all of these different sides of the Grand Canyon because it is so massive. It just like doesn't look real.
Yeah, it looks like a background screensaver on a computer.
Heads held on a subway train. First dance in the summer rain. From city lights to nowhere roads. It doesn't matter where we go.
Instead of staying on the bus line, we actually walked the 0.3 miles from Powell Point over to Hopi Point. It was kind of nice walking along the canyon rim. I think this is going to be a view of the Colorado River up here.
We've made it to Hopi Point, where you can actually see the Colorado River behind us. That is actually the river that carved these canyons, so it's very cool.
It's cool to be able to see all of the different layers of rock. We're here at the top of the canyon on the rim, and if you look at the canyon walls, you can see that lighter colored stone. The next layer down is red, which we can actually see an outcropping right here, but it actually goes around at the same height all the way around the canyon.
We got that little bit of everything, little bit of everything. Hey, I see the magic in your everything, little bit of everything. Hey.
We made it to the end of the red bus route, which went all the way down to Hermit's Point. We got out, had a snack there, got back on the bus, took it all the way back to the visitor center, and are now back in Appa. for a quick break as the heat is kind of at its most intense point during the day. So we decided it would be a good opportunity to crack open some of the cold sodas that we got from Pop's the other day.
Pop Soda Ranch has all sorts of crazy flavors in their So Disgusting cooler. So we grabbed out 2 of the more disgusting ones. My flavor is butter soda, but the true flavor is actually pure cane sugar.
Mine was the Monkey's banana nut soda. I think I like that flavor. I've never had it as a soda, so we'll see how this goes.
It's good. Kind of tastes a little bit like Mountain Dew, and looks like it too. Refreshing after this hot day.
It almost does have like a buttery taste because of like how sweet it can be.
I think that's all in your head.
Almost like butterscotch. It's interesting.
Want to know what it tastes like?
Banana nut.
No, those yellow runts.
Oh, I see. Yep.
That's exactly what that tastes like. Everyone's favorite runt flavor. Lies.
All right, well, we're gonna enjoy these, and then we're planning on taking the shuttle to the South Kaibab Trailhead and hiking below the rim to the Ooh-Ah Point. It's family-friendly hiking, so I think it's something that most people can do, but that's good news for us today because it's very hot. Simple is good, and getting below the canyon rim is something that we're really excited about.
Still have a lot more exploring of the Grand Canyon to do. We just need to finish up our drinks and grab a snack before we head on out.
We took the orange shuttle line and we got off at the South Kaibab Trailhead, and right now we are hiking into the Grand Canyon.
As of those first 10 steps, we are now officially below the rim. Now this trail goes all the way down to the canyon floor where there's actually a campsite. They even have a little post office and restaurant down there, but we are not doing that today. It's not recommended to do it in one day because of the heat and the sun and just the conditions overall. So that has been added to our bucket list and definitely one that we're going to try for in the future. But today we are hiking to the Ooh-Ah Lookout Point.
Look at that. We've already come down so far from the top of the canyon. To actually get into the Grand Canyon is just really cool and kind of unbelievable. This trail is not too bad. There's a lot of switchbacks and it's kind of steep, but in terms of length, we're not going too far, and the views are already amazing.
Anywhere that you go, blue skies are sure to follow. It happens every time. You're my silver lining, daydream, never mind.
We're in the Grand Canyon.
I know, it's crazy.
A little bit of everything I like. You pick me up when I'm down, put that sunshine on me now.
We're coming to a spot that we've seen a lot of hikers stop at so far. Cliff Edge, just because of where you are, you'll see in a second, has some nice shade. So we've seen a lot of people just kind of hanging out here to escape the heat because the sun is definitely coming down hard on us right now.
I'm just looking at how much we have to walk back.
Each memory you're creating, full of imagination, perfectly designed. My whole heart is taking, all yours, no mistake.
We made it to Ooh-Ah Point.
Ooh-Ah Point.
Now we have to go all the way back that way.
You pick me up when I'm down, put that sunshine on me now.
How are you feeling? Yeah? Good. This is the fun part. We're back on the canyon wall. If you look up, you can actually see people coming down as it winds its way down that side of the canyon.
Thankfully, I see the exit.
Oh, it's the trailhead. Really glad to have done that. Man, was it cool.
On my face, make me dance out in the rain. You make every day a dream come true with every little thing you do. You make every day
have successfully found a boondocking site. Our very first one that is not a Cracker Barrel parking lot, a Walmart parking lot, a truck stop,
a paid camping site.
This is our first real boondocking experience, and I'm very excited about it.
We got a really great spot.
It's level.
Yeah, we're able to have the van be level, which means we're not going to be sleeping at weird angles.
There's remnants of a fire pit, but you can't actually have fires because of the wildfire warning at the moment.
Yep, we're actually not too far from the road, which is nice. Like, this is kind of a single spot too, so don't really need to expect neighbors. We'll have a little bit of privacy, which is really cool.
We're right by the entrance, the south entrance of the Grand Canyon, and there's Wi-Fi. We found this on iOverlander, which is the app that we use to find free camping spots.
Right now, we're probably going to try and get cleaned up. We've got to pressurize the shower. We didn't get a chance to do that the last time we filled it up. So we're gonna do that, get cleaned up, cook dinner, and enjoy our campsite.
You're like summer in the shade, like a sip of lemonade, and I love the taste.
This is a dirt line from our hiking today.
You're the only song I'd sing, like a lullaby of spring in the morning rain, in the morning rain. I'm gonna give you all my love, wildflower, give you every minute of every hour, dancing the wind, you leave it whispering. I'm gonna give you all my love.
Heather is making our dinner for the evening. We're having potato skillet gnocchi, which is one of our favorite foods to eat because it's simple to cook but tastes very good.
I'm really just happy to be here because it's like manifesting everything that we've been looking forward to when we first purchased the van. Over a year ago now, this was what we were imagining the whole time we were building it. So the East Coast was obviously like fantastic, but Mike and I have been up and down the East Coast so many times because we're from New York, but getting out to the west side of the country, seeing all of these sites, being able to boondock because there's so many different locations is really what I've always envisioned as van life, and to just be here now is just really surreal.
We're almost done making dinner, or at least Heather's almost done making dinner, and we decided we would try our last two sodas from Pop's Soda Ranch. So we have Unicorn Yak, which is raspberry orange cream, and Alien Snot, which is kiwi and blue raspberry. So if we don't throw up, it means they're probably not bad tasting. Cheers.
I used to look up at the stars and get jealous of the sky, and I wonder what it's like to get to hold them every night, and how they first met and what it must have been like. Did they know it was the start of a lifetime? 'Cause I never, ever felt so.
Good morning from the Grand Canyon. We woke up early, but not as early as we would have had to if we stayed somewhere else, and drove into the Grand Canyon for the sunrise.
What was even more spectacular than the sun rising above the canyon was the reds and layers of color that you would see as the sun actually started hitting them. So it was just an overall amazing experience. I'm very happy that we parked so close because I don't know if we would have gotten here otherwise because we are not morning people. But yeah, it was a very wonderful way to start our morning and wrap up our Grand Canyon adventure.
Watching the sun come up over the far edge of the canyon was amazing. And then like Heather said, seeing the colors go from that kind of subdued palette to the vibrant one that we saw yesterday when we were here was just unreal. We are leaving the Grand Canyon National Park, but we're not going too far. I think we're gonna try and find a laundromat to do some laundry because we are in need of it, and then from there back to Route 66.
Into the dawn, I drove 1,000,000 miles and ended at your door. I seen the water rushing, I never seen nothing like you.
So we drove back to Flagstaff and we actually found a laundromat right on Route 66 in Flagstaff, Arizona. So we'll be able to pick it up right after we do laundry. So we're gonna run in the laundromat and do that now and then jump back on Route 66.
We still have some driving to do down Route 66 in Arizona. We have a lot of fun stops to see here in this state before we go into the next leg of our journey, but we're excited to share that with you, and we'll see you in the next one.